If I had to give 3 tips to make your PodGo presets better, or any modeler for that matter, here's what I would do. I would call it PAT. So it's an acronym, PAT. So first tip is plan. Plan your preset. What kind of preset do you want to make? Do you want a rock preset? Do you want a country? Do you want clean? And what effects do you want with it? Plan it out before you just turn on your modeler, your PodGo, and just start putting things together. Have a game plan. So plan ahead. It's going to save you time because you're going to know what amp and cab model you want. You're going to know ahead of time what effects that you're hoping to get for your preset. So plan ahead. It's going to save you time and some headache. Second tip, amp. And that also involves cab. And what I mean by that is play with the amp. Start with the amp and the cabinet. And for PodGo specifically, and this goes with, I guess, any modeler, but we'll keep it mainly PodGo here. Try the mics for the cabinet. Move the mic around. Try different mics, okay? Learn how they sound, like the SM57, for example. You get brightness. Ribbon mic's a little darker. You have the 47 FET. A lot of mics to choose from. Move them around. Try the distance. Try high cut, low cut on the cabinet. And then for the amp, of course, start with that. Does it have enough drive? Dial it in. Play with the parameters before you even touch any effects. Play with the amp first. Get the amp set to something that's pleasing to you. So whether it's a drive tone or a clean tone, or if you're trying to do both with the one amp, do your parameter control assignments. Start with that before you add anything else. And then if you are pleased with what you have so far, then the effects is just like adding some extra paint colors, some seasonings, some salt and pepper to the mix, okay? And the last thing is test, okay? Test. So what I mean by that is, how are you going to use this preset? Are you using it live? Is this for your home studio? Is it for recording? So test it on what you're going to use it with. So if you're going to run your PodGo, whatever modeler, if you're going to run into a PA, and you're going to also have your own little, like an FR for your own personal monitor, so test it in a band rehearsal if you can, okay? But test it. Or if you're going to run, do a 4-cable method through an amp, test it. Test it before you gig. That, or if you're doing like a home recording session or whatnot, test it through your DAW, your digital audio workstation, whatever recording software you're using. Test it. It's going to save you a lot of time, a lot of heartache, a lot of headaches, and hopefully you'll get some better results with that. Because we're always tweaking, and when you're live at the gig, even though it's a digital preset and we might be running it through a PA and your FR, the room in the venue itself is still going to be a little bit of a factor, because the sound carries in a room. Okay, so I know people are going to say, well, it's going to sound the same all the time. Well, in theory, it's going to sound through the PA, through your headphones, okay? Probably going to sound the same, but once it's projecting from the sound system in whatever venue you are, if you're at a big, let's say 1,000 seats, 1,000-seat theater, or at a 100-seat capacity bar, the acoustics are going to be a little different. So you might have to do a little adjusting on the fly. And that's where things like global EQ setting can help, just a couple of tweaks there. But those are my tips, guys. So plan, amp, and cab, and test. And do those things, and I think you're going to have a lot more fun with your PodGo or whatever modeler you're using. All right? So in the meantime, give the video a like if you like it, drop a comment, and check this video out.